Well, it was kind of interesting because at the time, of course, I was a diehard EQ player, myself, my husband, my whole guild. And then we heard that we're doing EQ2. The first thing I thought of was, why?
I don't know whose idea it was.
There's no right answer for us on that.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? Are we all supposed to move to EQ2?
It was my idea. EverQuest II was my idea. You can all thank me for EverQuest II.
How could you make a game called EQ2 that was different enough to make it worth playing? Well, we decided to try it out.
My first memory of EverQuest II was Smed when he started walking around the floor talking about it.
So I remember there was some kind of a teaser that was released around the Shadows of Luckland launch.
Yeah, it was the leak.
Yeah, it was.
That's what it was. It was on Magelo or something like that. That's the first time I saw EQ2.
And I lost my mind.
I did.
Because I was
went
like, sequel, it's the greatest game ever.
Flipping tables everywhere. Yeah.
First heard about EverQuest II, we were both working on EverQuest I at the time, and I think my first thought was, oh, what does that mean for me?
We didn't know what it was at the time. We just knew it was EverQuest II. So it was, what are they gonna do? Befallen skeletons, I can't wait. Like, that's all I knew at that point.
I was in Seattle when we were both in a guild together in EverQuest, and he let me know that they were looking for someone who could do good writing, or write well, I should say.
Someone who could do good writing. As you can see, we made a good choice with the words and letters here.
Well, I was the community manager before EQ2 launched, and at that time, SOE hadn't launched many games. It had done EverQuest, but there hadn't been as much attention on any one launch as there was on EverQuest II at the time.
So I was kind of on the launch team. I got my launch sword. Mine's number 69.
We had a little poster on the wall with dev condition, and that was at its highest, as you could imagine, right before launch.
Look on the wall, and there'd be a sign up there that said DevCon 5. I'm like, what does DevCon 5 mean? Walk around later, and I'd see DevCon 4.
Bruce Ferguson, who was one of the producers, he came up with this thing called DevCon, and it was like DEF CON, if you guys are familiar with DEF CON.
I think we were at DevCon 4. The higher numbers were closer to nuclear explosion, critical mass, and I remember in the days before launch, people saying, we're DevCon 5, we're DevCon 5.
So this guy wasn't on the team at launch. He was one of those people banging on the door, dragging the servers to a crawl because he wanted to get in the game as soon as possible.
So bad.
And you made my life a living hell for a long time, and I've never forgotten it.
No, I'm glad I did. I wanted to make my dwarf wizard, and you were in the way.
Oh, good. I'm glad your dwarf wizard was happy. Thanks a lot. I didn't sleep for a month, but hey, if your dwarf wizard was happy.
Okay, so me and tens of thousands of others just like me, we know they're working really hard at SOE. We know they're trying to get a game out the door, but it's way more important for me to get in game and create my dwarven character named Brass.
I remember when we were working on the character designs for the game and doing the fine tuning, and an artist we were working with off-site, Linda Carlson, super into dwarves.
Of course, in every game that I play a dwarf. That is always my main character is dwarf.
So I wouldn't say that Brass is obsessed with dwarves. I mean, obsessed is such a...
I don't know, she's very anti-height.
Female dwarves are known for their exceptional, soft, fluffy, well-groomed beards.
We'll go with obsessed.
We're busy slamming the servers. Do we care that they're going down as a result of our actions? No, that's their problem.
There were no problems at launch.
It was perfect.
It was a perfect launch. Maybe a couple
flawless victory.